Welcome in,
Um,
everybody.
we are so back. We are so back. We are so killing it. We are so good at what we do. I want to just take a moment to gaslight each and every one of you and us and just say we are all so good at what we do, because even if you don't think you're good at what you do, if you tell yourself it enough times, it'll be true. You like that?
And if you just keep trying, because, this is try number 3 on this episode, so.
Technical difficulties, but again, perseverance. You can't kill the cockroach. Okay, that's
Yes.
not gonna be my thing. Apparently cockroaches are like my spirit animal now or something.
I feel like we need to do a in-depth report on cockroaches now.
Year
But
of the
anyway,
roach. I'll have a PowerPoint slide for next time. Stay
great. I
tuned.
cannot wait.
Thank you. Let's hop into CoStar. I feel like the universe and the moons and the planets are telling us something. Don't you ever feel
Okay.
that way?
Sure.
Okay, fine.
Sometimes I read these and I'm like, yes, this is so on point, and other times I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like today's. I can't wait to read today's. You go first though.
No, you go first.
Oh.
I want to hear.
Okay, healing comes when you are able to hold grief, love, anger, and sadness all in the same container. Stop trying to untangle your feelings. You can miss someone and be angry with them. You can feel relieved, guilty about it. Contradiction doesn't need to be solved. They need to be lived. Do laser pointer, exquisite corpse, Grecian urns. Don't tipping point, slow motion, and hindsight.
Right. Okay. That's a lot to unpack. Do we want to, take a second or?
I mean, we can.
You know what? There's like a lot of like container and vessel talk recently.
There is.
You notice that? I was your
I
vessel. You got to put all your shit in one tub, whatever the hell is talking about.
Yeah.
Do you feel uncontained? Do you feel rowdy, unruly?
I don't know. I'm not somebody who, I guess, goes out of the box too much. Maybe I need to.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. But it talks about healing comes when you're able to hold grief, anger, love, and sadness in the same container. So just being able to handle all those feelings and emotions at one time.
I saw on Instagram, I always get all these like little cute little pictures like with the sayings on it. There's like a little cartoon, and it was like you're meant to observe and not absorb. So like it's about like feeling your emotions but not carrying them with you all the time. It's like observe that they're there and acknowledge that you feel a certain way, but don't necessarily like take it to heart or like hang on to it. And I'm like a sponge sometimes. I swear to God, it's like one thing just gets to me, and then that's that I like spiral for a week.
Like, okay, you're saying that you're a sponge and you absorb all that, and that's true. I feel like you do. You take on all of that, and then you get to the point where a sponge can only hold so much. And then, like, yeah. So, I mean, being able to let it go and move on, this isn't the point of this episode, but
no,
I've been listening to a podcast, and it's all about just letting things go, letting things be, letting people do that. It's Let Them by Mel Robbins, but it's essentially what it is. Like, we let so much get to us, and we try and control the situation, and we can't control the situation.
Nope. That's funny because I still need to read that book, because that was actually a book that so I started this book club at work, and it fell off, but perseverance, I'm gonna read the book, and one day I'm just gonna message and be like, what's up, bitches, let's talk about this book, because it's supposed to be really good.
It is good. I'm not done with it. I do recommend it though, because I relate to it a lot, because I tend to just let things get to me too much. And
same. But you know what? We're working on it. First step is acknowledging it. At least we're self-aware. There's nothing worse than like not being aware and just being oblivious, because ignorance is bliss, but only for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Chloe was saying hi. You're barking.
What's your co-star say?
My co-star says you're talented enough to have opinions, and we don't need to go any further than that because it does not get any better, but I'm going to stick with the positive and just say I'm talented enough to have opinions and be on this podcast. So
yes,
that's what the moon is saying to me. We can ignore on oh wait, okay, hold on. Your desire to change this month depends on your ability to put your head down. This is no small feat for a person who is afraid of failure and rejection. Decide to make a move. We're making moves, baby. 2026.
Yeah. It's very on brand with what we are talking about and doing too. So
yeah. All right, what do you want to yap about this time? Take it away.
All right. So today we are going to talk about how the people in our life influence us. They like shape us and who we become, really. So the more you're spending time with somebody, the more of an influence they have on you.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately with just the people I have in my life now. Like, I'm very grateful for the people I have that are in my life right now. But like, just thinking back, like over time, there's all these people who have had some sort of influence, whether it's short term or long term. Anybody can have an influence on you and make you change who you are a little bit. Is that necessarily a bad thing? No. Like, I really appreciate my friendship with Tay because I feel like we push each other to do better.
Yeah.
And like, we have overall like a very positive relationship. We're really good at making each other see things. Like, if I'm being stupid, she's gonna tell me I'm being stupid.
We
like
around here.
like, she's not gonna lie to me. She's gonna be like, okay, this is what you did wrong in the situation. Maybe you should look at it this way. She's always going to be very honest with me, and I appreciate that. But you have some people who, you know, influence you in different ways, and it's funny. I was sitting here thinking. I've been thinking about this topic for a while, actually. And here's like a silly example. Like, when I was in 9th grade, I had a teacher, and she would say one phrase all the time. And by the end of the year, all of us in her class were saying the stupid phrase, and it was "cool beans."
Oh,
so
no.
we're all
the cool beans.
we're all saying this, but like, even like people you work with, anybody who you're around and you spend time with. Like, I used to work with somebody at an old job, and like, I would start picking up and saying the phrases he would say, and he would just get a huge smile on his face when I did it, and he would call me out on it. I'm like, well, you say it all the time. Yeah. So like, I would just pick up on stuff like that. So just being aware that who you are spending time with has an influence on you in your life.
It really does. And like, even you got to be careful too. That's with relationships, like being single again. Like, you don't realize how you kind of sometimes morph into like not your own person. Like, it shifts it depending on the influence and the pull that the person has in your life that's affecting you. It can shift you to like not be yourself, to dull your sparkle, to be bad influence. Like, let's say you're really into your routine and going to the gym and working out, and then you start dating someone who likes to stay home and watch movies and whatever, and then you get out of your routine. Like, that happened to me. And then it's like, then you just, I tend to anyway, cater to the other person, which I touched on last episode too. But like, you got to be careful because people are more influential than you think, and sometimes it's just subconscious. Like, it can be a positive thing, but it can also like really kind of wreck your vibe and you don't even notice it. It's so gradual.
I think it's really easy for us to fall into that though, because like, we all want to be liked, we all want to be accepted, we all want that approval. And so when you're trying to make somebody else happy, which that should not be your goal, but I think that's so much of what people do, then like, you kind of fall into that, okay, yeah, this is what makes this person happy, so yeah, I'm gonna do it to try and make them happy. and then you stop focusing on the things you like and the things you want to do.
And then, like, as women, I feel like we are conditioned a little bit, especially in romantic relationships, to like fall that way. Not that men don't, you know, do that towards women. Also, I think just as people, we're conditioned to like want to be liked and be liked. And, you know, part of that, if you're not super strong and sure in who you are, it can kind of be wishy washy.
But do you think it's also, though, partly because I think that people look at being in a relationship as that's where I find happiness, and that's not necessarily where you find happiness. You should be able to be happy on your own. You should be able to essentially like yourself and like what you do.
Yeah. And
like you go.
No, you go. You go, girl.
I'm just trying to do more of the things that I like, the things I enjoy, and trying to expand on that. And the things I don't like that I feel like I need to like or need to do, like, for instance, I mentioned last episode, traveling stresses me out. So I try and do like little trips, not big trips, but I'm trying to get more comfortable with going places that I wouldn't normally go.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, like you need to be able to push yourself in some aspects, whether you like it or not, but you need to be able to do the things that you want to do, the things that you like to do.
And you have to be willing to let things go that no longer serve you. So, like, people are influential and it can be good and positive and fun, but your friends are also a reflection of yourself. And I actually noticed this, again, not to keep talking about relationship stuff, but like my past couple partners, I don't like their friends at all. I think like I've had issues with their friends and I always brush it off and I'm like, "Oh, their friends are just, you know, not good people and like whatever." But that's the person they're choosing to spend their time with. So like don't let it slip by you. Like your friends are a reflection of the company you keep, and that's a reflection of how you feel about yourself, how you treat others, and like your own moral values. So if you're hanging around with a bunch of dirtbags, like you might want to look in the mirror. You're probably one also, even if it's well hidden and it doesn't come out until it's too late. But just be careful. Be careful of your friends and your friends' friends and just anyone, you know, just everyone's an influence on each other. Be careful.
It is. And like in some relationships you don't have as much control over because like the people you work with, obviously those are the people where you work with. You need a job now. Could you go find another job? Yeah. I mean, if it was really bad, it was a really bad influence, yeah, sure, go find a new job. But like you spend a lot of time with the people you work with. I don't think people sit there and look at that enough, actually. But I mean, I spend more time with the people I work with than my family.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Right, because most people work 8-hour days and they're with those people 8 hours a day. That's who I spend the most time with, you know? So, and it can be little things. Like you and I, you tried rice and mayonnaise, for example. I've tried rice and mayonnaise now, and like it's little things. That's not a big deal. It's not going to make or break either of us.
Yeah.
But you know, there's little things and there's things that are much bigger, much larger, much more of an influence on you than rice and mayonnaise.
Which is elite combo. And not just any rice, sorry, microwaved rice, specifically Uncle Ben's Jasmine, but we don't need to get into that. Not sponsored. But and also I think it's important to also note that like you don't have to just cut every single person off that you don't like agree with, or you know, like the people you work with. It's like as long as you're aware of it and you're you know, I don't know, just hold your boundaries. I think boundaries and this topic, like influence, kind of go hand in hand, because it's like, as long as you like, it's fine if you're an active person and then you date someone who's not as active, but hold your boundaries of that you like to be active. So don't be so easily swayed into like getting rid of things you like just to mesh well with someone else. You know?
Some relationships help make you a better person.
Yep.
Like, I feel way more confident with you and I doing the podcast, for instance, or like just other people have pushed me in my life, and it's made me overall, I think, a better person.
Yep.
And, you know, so relationships, even if it's not an ideal situation, I think that sometimes that can change you and change your perspective for the better.
Yep. Yeah, even if
So
it's a
I
shitty
guess
situation that
I get,
goes through.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends on how you look at it and how you let it affect you too.
True. Yeah, the outcome, like, you can't change what happened. In hindsight is 2020, so it's so easy sometimes to sit back and be like, well, I should have known that person was bad from the get-go, or I should have never done this and that, and you just can't harp on that, but you can change your thinking and your experience from it. So you could be like, I had this negative experience because of this XYZ. Maybe moving forward, I'm going to avoid XYZ, or I'm going to be more conscious of people, or, you know, whatever it may be. As long as you're actively making changes to better, then it's all good. Like, you can't erase what happened. Just move on from it, kind of thing.
I also want to add that, like, okay, you made those choices and you did that. You do need to take responsibility for that. You cannot blame the other person.
Yes.
Now, they may have played a part in that. You may not have done it because that person was in your life and that happened, but you still did it. You still took those actions. Like, all you can do is improve from there.
And you know what? Okay, so being on these dating apps again is like the worst thing ever. We can do a whole episode on it, on the scary things that men think is okay to send to women on the internet. But a lot of the times, like, I'm in my encroaching my 30s, a lot of people have had previous relationships, marriages, whatever. And when you start chatting to them, you can just tell the people that are like, oh, I'm single, my ex did this, it's all their fault, and I'm perfect. And I'm just like, red flag, because I could say my relationships have ended in ways which you could blame someone, but I also have to take my own responsibility in it. And when people sit there and blame their ex, they're like, it's them, they did something, it's all their fault, I'm great. No. Let's own accountability in 2026. No.
Relationships take two people, so
Correct.
No matter what, like, there are two sides to the story.
Yep.
There's two different dynamics there coming together. It's not just one person. It never just falls on one person.
Not black and white at all. So I think it is what it is. But I've just noticed that a lot of people, not just men, women, whatever, to be like, well, my ex was shitty and I'm great. And it's like, well, I'm sure you're great. Like, a lot of people are great, but I think that being a little bit more introspective could benefit. And then,
also,
you're more aware of your influence.
Why were they shitty? Yeah. Like, you say they're shitty. Why were they shitty?
Were they just fed up because you were so shitty first, and then it got to the point where they blew up, and then you just harp on them blowing up instead of what led to the blow up? Anyway,
yeah, we'll definitely need to revisit that.
Yeah, that's for another episode, but more to come. You know, I another sidebar, I'll leave you with this. I had a gentleman ask to buy my dirty socks. So yeah.
How much did he offer?
Ooh, yeah, no, I didn't get into it. I was like, oh. But it was right there, right on his bio. He said, I'm new to the area, I'm looking to buy someone's used socks. And it was a picture of his dog. So
all right,
the more you know.
Takes all kinds.
I don't know why that's what we're leaving on when this not what this episode is about at all.
Well, just so you know, people shape you and help create who you are. So keep that in mind with your friendships and relationships in your life. I can't hear you. I try now. Nope. Okay, so before we end, Assuming. Oh, I hear you now. What were you saying?
Yay. No, that was it.
Okay, well, we're not experts, so please don't necessarily take our advice. You need to go seek other advice. Professionals. We are not. We are not professionals or
I also don't
experts.
want to come across as like a woman man hater. Like I do not hate men in any capacity, but I will be clocking them on their rights and wrongs. Same with women. I believe in women's rights and wrongs. You know, we're all just humans doing our best.
We are.
Influencing in the wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else?
So.
Okay, bye.
Bye.